All right, let's get at it. Let me start first with the social media beefs. Suzie from Wisco, batting leadoff. Quote, listen really quickly about this. You can beef about anything you want. I don't care. Literally anything. Anything. Suzie, batting leadoff. Quote, hi, Jim. I have a beef with the sage advice that there's more than one way to skin a cat. Given that I am not a taxidermist, it's not useful and it's borderline criminal.
We see cat, mate.
Hey, Rome, my beef is with Urban Meyer. As the old saying goes, the beat of a butterfly's wings can change the weather half a world away. Well, Pervin patting that co-ed's butt in Columbus affected my happy world in New Hampshire. A few weeks back, I was driving around with my 5-year-old daughter. We were listening to your show, of course, and you were discussing Buddy's Night Out. Unfortunately, my daughter was paying attention, and she lit me up with, what does perving mean? Hella awkward. Thanks, perv. Signed Casey in New Hampshire.
That's devastating.
Casey, I feel you. It reminds me and takes me back to a day where my nephew, Zach, man, Zach's one of the best kids. I love this guy. He's not a kid anymore. He was then. Great dude to have a few pops with. He hit his dad, Craig, who is my wife, Dodger Jano's brother, with, Dad, brother. Uncle Jim said meat whistle. What does that mean? And we continue. Jim Master. What up, Zach? See you soon, kid. Jim Master. My beef is with Valentine's Day and my wife. Men, if your significant other tells you they don't want anything special, don't buy in. It's a trap. She wants to be recognized and tell her friends how special she is. Valentine's Day sucks. Ron in Colorado. Ron, you already cracked the code, man. Just deal with it. You got it? Ross Tucker's got you on that one. I've told you this a million times. Hey, Jim, my beef is with people who have a baby on board bumper sticker on their car. Baby or not, you still suck at driving and can't go the speed limit. Move over to the right lane, or better yet, get a baby carriage and push that little thing around town. Jeff from PDX. Yeah, I've never much understood that. I remember back in the day, literally every single person who had a baby had that thing. Whoever came up with that made a fortune. Who's going to look at a car like, oh, there's a baby on board. I'm going to drive differently. I'll be more defensive. Nobody looks at that and thinks that. I've never understood that. Let's see. Hey, Rome. I've got a beef with Matt in Alaska. This unoriginal kook waits for somebody to come in with a strong beef and then piggybacks off of it for one of his own. Matt, come up with something original or go back to wrestling bears for fish or whatever the hell it is you do in Alaska. Johnny in Green Bay. Yeah, for the record, Johnny, not only do I not have an issue with beefs, I actually like it. It's one of my favorite parts of the segment. The Rocket Guy is in. Dave, quote, my beef is with idiots who predict weather based on whether or not a large rodent sees its shadow. Welcome to the 21st century. Puxatani, flipping a coin thinks you're leaving too much up to chance with these predictions. Release Phil into the wild idiots.
What's your prediction?
Alf, 1095 tweets. Rome, my beef is with people who order their steak well done and then have the brass to ask the waiter, what's taking so long? Maybe if you didn't order a hockey puck, it wouldn't take so long. Hi, Jim. My beef is with chips bags being full of more air than chips. I have to stick my hand more than halfway into the bag before I get to the chips. Come on, you cheapskate chip manufacturers. Fill the bags all the way to the top. Paul from Mesa. You know, I come to expect that about chips. That doesn't bother me. What bothers me more is if I don't get a full pour on my martini. That bothers me way more than not getting a full chip on my bag of chips. Hello, Jumpman. I have a beef with people who have a beef with roundabouts or traffic circles on the roads. If you can't figure out how to manage these efficient items, you're an idiot. Turn in your license. War Flores, Matt in the SRQ. We've got a roundabout right outside my neighborhood. Every single day there's something. There's a very obvious yield on this thing. And there's always that idiot that does not pay heed to the yield. When I'm coming around that thing, and I'm not a guy that likes to use the horn, I ride that thing for a good 30 seconds. That's a reason to go, not yielding on the roundabout when it's painted right there. I agree with you. Roger Thornhill tweets, my beef is with people who buy and sell farts in jars. What the hell has happened to our society that once put a man on the moon? I'm ashamed to call myself a fellow Homo sapien with these people. If there's a market, she did make a lot of money doing that. Obviously, people wanted it. Hi, Jim. You want to know what my beef is? My beef is when you're texting someone and you see their texting bubble, so you immediately stop typing while waiting for the bubble to stop, and it does stop, but there's no message. Huge beef. Huge. Huge. Bella be in Calgary. What, Bella, they're not afraid to text somebody other than you? Or how do you know they didn't delete the text that they were sending to you?
They're all buttholes out there.
Hey, Rome. My beef is in haiku form. It's called boring. Nothing says bland like the Washington Commanders. Nice job, geniuses. Chad from Orlando. In their defense, Chad, it's not like they had a lot of time to come up with that. Hey, Jim, my beef is with counter-service food establishments, especially ones with chalk or whiteboard menus that don't cross out the items that they run out of. You spend all this time in line deciding what you want to go or what you want just to get to the front of the line to hear, sorry, we're out of that. It bothers me so much. Instead, I literally always say, okay, thanks, and I just leave the place. G in the OC. Yo, brother. You know you and I live in the same town? I've tried that. When you just stomp out of there and you leave, they don't give a damn. Have they ever followed you out and said, oh, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Let me comp you. No, they're like that 16-year-old Nectar when I got all bent out of shape and I stomped out of there. You think she gave a damn? She was looking at me like, yeah, that's what I thought, boomer. Just get your boomer ass out of here, man. They don't care. I feel you. I'm just saying they don't care. You're not making a stand by walking out of there. They don't care. Jamie in Green Bay. My beef is with people posting their Wordle scores on social media. Hey, nerds, we don't care if you guessed a word. Romie, you rock, tweets. My beef is with idiots pushing their dog in a baby stroller. Hey, mom, you know your kid has 4 legs, right? Unwar dudes rolling with chick dogs on their laps. What's a chick dog? A dog that a chick would have or a female dog? What qualifies as a chick dog? A small dog? Madison's in. I like that. Mike and Madison, dear Jim, my beef is with myself for running out of jerky before last week's beef segment. Once you started talking about Old Trapper, my mouth started watering like it normally does, but alas, I had no Old Trapper in the house. Just like it's best to watch Supermarket Sweep while eating dinner, it is best to listen to the beef segment with a big bag of peppered or hot and spicy Old Trapper. I've got my stock today, so let's do this. You got it, bro. Jim, my beef, it's Dom and Erie. Okay, my beef is with you saying the email and Twitter beefs are better than the call beefs. Last time I checked, my call was the only beef this year to make you really laugh out loud. Don't do us dirty. Sign the ones with a big enough set to call. See, Dom, you're the outlier, though, dude. You're right. You are the outlier, though, Dom. They're not all like you. Let's get some callers in quickly. Let's go to Central Florida. Dan, what is your beef, Dan?
Skillet, my beef is with Jungle Tourette's. Called my local car place to get my car serviced. Dude answered the phone and said, "This is Fabian. Can I help you?" Without blinking, I said, You know. I hung up immediately. Damn, Jungle Tourette struck again. I'm out.
My man, nice job, Dan. Let's go to Kathleen in Omaha. Kathleen, what is your beef?
Hello Kitty is a little girl is the most redonkulous thing I ever heard. It's like saying Pikachu is a little boy and not a mouse. She's a cat, and an adorable cat she is.
Kathleen, there you go. She's got a beef with Hello Kitty. Let's try David in Santa Clara. David, what's your beef?
What's up, Pip? My beef is with Drizzle. Hey, you know what? Hey, Drizzle, is that how you were conceived, or is that the best you can do? Keep the Raiders out of your mouth, son, okay? Come at me something better than that.
David, I don't know that you want any of that fire. Even though Drizzle disagreed with my take about Josh McDaniels, I'm not sure you want any of that. Let's go to Craig in Seattle. Craig, what's your beef?
Hey, my beef is with the fact that Brian Flores is standing up for something that is worthy, and you know it harkens back to Colin Kaepernick and the fact that he's basically just a bigger Lamar Jackson, blackballed out of the league. I'm out.
My beef is I have no idea what the hell you were trying to say. There you go. Like I said, the social media and emails are always better than the calls. Except for you, Dom. Wow, that went fast. Here's your beef segment.